one great thing that came along was Solana. Now Solana has been very active in India as well.
Yeah, I saw
Backed by our very own Mr. Tanmay Bhatt and Akshay BD on Superpumped's DAO now. Or its YouTube channel, its podcast. So Solana has been doing hackathons worldwide. Now we have Solana India's hackathons going on.
Yeah, and it's good to see. I mean, they're investing in the youth.
Indian developers have great chances
they have
to
an
build
opportunity
products on
this.
there. So the thing with Solana is that it's faster than Ethereum.
Yeah.
And
lower fees is also.
The gas fees is negligible.
Yeah, it's very low.
So the way it works is it uses something called proof of history.
Yeah.
Now we talked about what proof of work and proof of stake is. Proof of work is basically how Bitcoin works, and right now ETH works.
Yeah.
Lot of computers try to validate transactions at the same time.
Yeah.
The first one to do so gets the reward and validates the transactions. That is expensive, not good for the environment, takes a lot of power, and
on the grid. Yeah.
very slow. Very, very slow.
It also wears out the equipment very quickly.
Right.
I mean, the amount of processes.
So that is very slow, right?
Yeah.
Now, proof of stake, which is ETH 2.0 and Cardano and Matic and not Solana, but
Big
a lot of projects are
Matic as well. I mean,
a lot of projects are proof of stake now. So proof of stake is basically only one person does the computational work. You stake your token, you stake your ETH. Say 32 ETH is the max limit.
Yeah.
You stake it, and if you win, it depends. It's a random thing, like who gets selected. If you get selected, you do the computation. Transaction goes ahead. Less power, quicker, but not as quick as proof of history.
So I mean, history is just like that. Don't tell where it came from. Just let us record the final, situation.
The process, right? So
they are cutting on to the process of, how.
Right. So it's basically transaction happened.
Yeah.
Then I come to you, and tell you this transaction happened. And then you validate it.
Yeah.
Instead of that, while the transaction is happening, you click proofs. You click a photograph, of a transaction happening. So one snapshot, two snapshot, three snapshot, four snapshot, and the transaction happened.
Step by step.
So now the exact time you can find out yourself because you have photos. Say if I drank this cup of coffee,
right now.
if it was full at one point, then it decreased. Then it decreased even more, and now it's an empty glass.
Yeah.
So if you clicked photos of the whole process along the way, now the glass is empty. You don't need anyone else to validate it.
Yeah.
So the blockchain on Solana, the Solana blockchain, clicks a snapshot per se every 0.4 seconds. And the proof of history system makes it much quicker.
Quicker, yeah.
Much quicker.
Mean, just imagine writing a code of what is happening in front of you to explain that to a computer, or instead you just take out your phone and you just do it.
Yeah, so it's an ingenious thought of work. So right now, I think the transaction speed on Ethereum is 15 transactions per second or something like that.
Yeah.
So Solana is 60,000.
Exponentially.
Yeah. So ETH 2.0 when it comes out.
Yeah, it solves a lot of problems with the gas fees.
So when ETH 2.0 comes out, it says that it will be 100,000, which is 1 lakh transactions per second. Yeah. So that will be very quick. But then Solana also has very less gas fees.
Yeah.
Because if you don't need validators, you don't need to give them the rewards.
Big computer rigs.
So what is a gas fees? A gas fees is basically the fees that goes to the miners.
Yeah.
In the proof of work system.
Yeah.
So that gas fees right now, because ETH works on proof of work, it hasn't gone to proof of stake yet.
Yeah.
So that gas fee goes to them. So that's why we have to pay for the gas fees. When there are no validators, when the blockchain validates itself, you don't need gas. It's simultaneous snapshots.
Yeah.
So that is why the gas is very low.
I mean, with that process in mind, I also feel Solana is better, not just because of low gas fees or something, but the process that we just explained with photographs involved, or per se, like it's just an example of photographs.
Yeah, it's a very
simple example for
it's much
all
more
of us
than this.
there in the room.
Yeah.
Even I'm learning a lot, right now.
Solana is written on Rust, a language called Rust.
Yeah.
Apparently, that is the hardest a lot of developers have come across. I don't know. I have no idea on that.
No idea. I haven't even heard about Rust as a language. I mean,
I'm on JavaScript right now.
So when we talk about, how Solana is working on increasing the number of transactions, minimizing the gas fee, versus Ethereum, that is the, one of the earliest and the biggest as of now, with the second largest market capitalization at the moment. So there are this analogy. What I believe is, if we look at to other coins as well, like a lot of people do make fun of Cardano, but I really want to bring Cardano here because I believe in the project a lot. 1 block per transaction, that's okay, alright? That's
no, go on.
That's gonna be fine when the hard fork update comes this 12th September. That is right around the corner at the point of shooting this podcast. But when we talk about other chains, so I do believe that one day there will be a chain doing better than ETH altogether.
I think it will be a multi-chain
because
world.
Every chain, when we see, like ETH came first, then came some else and else. So I just see them as a better evolved ETH in the process.
The thing with Cardano is, so basically what he was saying, 1 transaction per block, was that Uniswap is a decentralized exchange on Ethereum. Say the Coinbase, basically the Coinbase of the decentralized world.
Yeah.
So Cardano, when it was introducing its smart contracts, so the Uniswap of Cardano's chain came along, and a lot of people faced a lot of errors because it didn't allow more than 1 transaction per block. In 1 block, only 1 person could make a transaction. That is not how a transaction.
And average, how many transactions do happen?
A lot. I don't know the exact numbers. So the Ethereum community likes to make fun of Cardano a lot. So they basically had a day out. They were like, okay, this is a comedy show happening right in front of us. We can make as much fun as we want to. So, but the thing is, when I saw that happen, of course, I went in with the jokes as well. But the thing is that this is a good thing for Cardano. This is a good thing for ADA. The thing is that the reason why Cardano gets so much hate, I don't understand a lot of it, but the reason why Charles Hoskinson and they get a lot of hate is because they have been talking so long, they've been talking for so long, and they peer review their studies, and they peer review their white paper, they peer review their projects, they peer review everything, and they call on researchers, but the product isn't there. So, and it's a cause of frustration for a lot of people, and that is why they are being made fun of. And when you see, so fair game is that if you spend 5 years in research, and your exchange allows 1 transaction per block, and you didn't see that coming, there is going to be fun made of you.
So a Bitcoin block has 500 transactions versus Cardano having 1 transaction per block.
So a lot of people had a very good day out making fun of Cardano that day. But what I believe is, like, when you peer review things,
it takes time.
When you're iterating, when you're working, you're just working on theory.
Yeah.
You don't know, something will definitely go wrong when it goes on chain, when it goes live. It's bound to happen.
It is bound to happen. Without testing,
when Ethereum was here, it wasn't the full product, and it still isn't. There are a lot of hacks that still happen. There are a lot of problems with Ethereum that they are solving right now. Solutions are being searched for, but it's out in the open. They're building it in public. What Cardano has done is, like, they've just want. I feel like the whole motive is to give the perfect product out whenever it's out.
Yeah.
That doesn't work that way. So I feel like it's a positive thing in hindsight that this blunder happened because now they'll fix it, right? I hope they don't take 6 years to fix it again, just like they've done before. But now it will get fixed. Now things may start getting rolling.
They may get better, like with the hard fork, right?
Right. I mean, so when
with smart contracts being introduced on Cardano chain.
So for finishing on the NFT summer that has been happening, a lot of projects came on Solana, and Solana has now, as today I saw the tweet, 1 billion rupees locked on chain.
1 billion rupees?
Oh, $1 billion, my bad. Locked on chain.